Alright, welcome back. We are into another Despot game right now, and we are looking for that perfect mage build. 1 second here. Close that stuff out. Let's adjust this volume just a little bit. So we are looking for the perfect mage build. We have already done the perfect shooter build. And let's get into it. So, perfect mage build, we're either looking for a charmed ring and a rabbit in the hat, or we're looking for a lance. One of those two. We can try this. This does not work a lot, but if we do get a rabbit in the hat early, this can become something good. And we're fortunate this is zombies. Let's see if we can get a rabbit. If we can get a rabbit here, this can save us a lot of tokens. We will not even need to get lancers. So, looking for a rabbit. Can't pass that up though. And can't pass that up either. We have one more chance at it, so don't disparage. I'm just going to put more mages in play now. So, zombies are a little tricky. First, they're probably one of the tougher floors to get through. I want to make sure this guy tanks because he has 12 armor. We don't want to fight on red either here. So we're going to get through this, and provided that we can get... we don't want to take a lance now because we've already invested into mages. And not looking like we're going to get one. So this is probably going to end up being a restart here. This Doc Ock's going to walk over and kill us. Okay. So that's okay. We're just going to restart. And where are we at on the board now? So we edged out Peterson today. Or last night. We hit that perfect run. This run here is an ultimate shooter build. You're looking on for a guide on how to play shooters for this season. This run right here is in my stream and in the highlights for the mutates that you want to shoot for. The highlights are about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I have it on my Twitch page. It'll show you all the mutates you need and how it affects in PvP. But this is the ultimate build for shooters. It had almost perfect efficiency and all perfect mutates. It took about 400 or 500 runs to get that one. But the only build that could possibly surpass that now is going to be the mage build. So that's what we're going to work on for the next couple hours at least, maybe 3 hours, and see if we can get it. We did some experimentation. We will also, if we do get the egghead splash, we will do eggheads also. Because eggheads can be viable, but you also need, again, perfect mutations. I've never had a perfect mutate egghead run, so I don't know the viability of them completely. I do know that they are subject to a lot of randomness, and they are expensive because you don't get the 30 tokens from the event on the second floor. You have to take, and that's a garbage mutate. We don't want that one. We're going mages. We want 3x. The weighted dice are good if we can combine them with the deadly strike later on. And the DPS upgrade is about 120%. We combine it with the deadly strike. Or we want cooldown or lancer splash for our mages. If we don't get cooldown, we don't go thunderbolt. And let's see if we can get a charmed ring here. We could just get a nano lance and then run one of these and not invest any in there. I think we'll try that. I'd like to try some of the new stuff today also. Let's try running one nano lance. That'll cut down the amount of damage he's going to take. And I don't want to have that either. Let's restart. The first mutate you take is fairly critical. If it doesn't help you in some way through the run, you should probably just restart. Alright, so we're going to try this one again. See if we can get a rabbit in the hat. This is one of the worst floors to start with for this build. This is the best floor to start with for the Lancers, and bar none the worst board to start with for the Mages. Because of how much damage the things that the circular things do. The mechs do 80 damage. Just gonna go ahead and take this now and get some levels, since just need him to tank. If we can take this now, this will actually make the entire floor much easier. And I am gonna actually eat here, fight this on green. She's gonna do quite a bit of damage. I want to make sure and DPS him out. If we lose that, then that's a big problem. Alright, that's a big problem. That's what I was afraid of. If you're not dying a lot in your runs, you're probably not doing it right. You should be skirting the edge of death as much as you can. Be as efficient as you can throughout the run. And if you're looking to rank, you can continue runs, but if you want to make number one, abandon the run when it starts to go bad. I know you may have put 10-15 minutes into a run, but it's better that you just abandon it and start over if you want to make it high on the leaderboard. This game is probably most like poker for me in the way it's structured and set up, and the points where you want to continue versus when you want to abandon and restart. This portion here is somewhat annoying. They should have infinite rerolls here. That's essentially what we already have here. Okay, there's a lance. We can't afford this yet. I would like to get this, but we have a certain number of enchants we need to get. Before I would try it and get a paddle early. That's not very effective, and it results in a lot of more unusable runs. However, if you do this and you get this vampirism early, this will be able to carry you through the floor very easily. Especially when you're talking about the bigger ones. Now this is a good one for the mage build that we're going for, but not for the Thunderbolt build. So I am going to keep that, and we're going to move down here, get the vampirism, and I think we'll be fine here. It means the next room is going to have 3 zombies in there, or 4 max. Fine, we don't need another lance. So we'll probably end up eating here. Yeah, there's 4 there. We do need to eat here, and then we'll fight the necromancer on green. Alright, so this is more than enough hit points. As long as you get here with at least 50 or 60 hit points, you should be fine. And try and angle your guys so that you don't get hit by both of these at the same time. And he's going to heal at about 220, 206, and we'll go down. Save your tokens for a little bit between you go through each one. Don't spend them, because if you hit an event that requires tokens, you need those tokens, especially if you hit something like One-Armed Bandit. And this is actually not bad. We get to see where the boss is. It is quite useful. And given the fact that we have just done the zombies, if we face mech, we're in good shape. If we face claws, we're in bad shape. We're in fairly bad shape. See if we can get through this. Start grabbing mages now. The faster we can do this event, the better. And we want to do it when we only have 1 Lancer if possible. So let's see where it is at. It's quite a ways away, but we are going to go make a beeline for it. And we're going to eat as many times as necessary to make sure that we can survive. Okay, we might be dead here. Yeah, we're probably dead here. Like I said, if you're not pushing the envelope, you're not going to make number 1. I could have backtracked to 8 again. But getting 2 claw rooms is unfortunate. The other room that would have killed us would have been the double mage room. It's just going to happen. And if you try and alter your runs to the point where you're trying to avoid death all the time, you're not going to be efficient enough to make number 1. So it's okay to gamble in your runs, and you want to gamble somewhat. The most efficient unit to start with is the paddle, without a doubt. That being said, my best run last season started with not a paddle, but started with a lance. And I do actually like the lance to start with because it's very clean on the upgrades you get. You can get to Vampirism 2 and Metabolism very, very quickly. Become quite stable. If you get some unfortunate rolls, then that sucks and it's unfortunate. There's nothing you can do about it, but starting with 11 versus 8 means that you always get the first set of mutates right here after this floor. We have to fight the cicada here, which the cicada, the mech floor is the best floor to get for this kind of build on floor 1. Conversely, we're going to have to deal with floor 2, which is going to be pain if it's zombies. If it ends up being cultists is what we want to see, because the dog is worth a lot of EXP. Okay, so this is the best augment for the mage run, where we have a level 2 store and a level 3 sale with bigger mages, and we're going for a more Thunderbolt heavy mix. There's 2 styles of mage to go. You can go Thunderbolt, or you can go pure damage. This lends itself to Thunderbolt well, and I swear he attacks faster with this on. Seriously, I don't know what the deal is. This is bonus damage, but it says 0.7, but I swear he attacks faster with this. Alright, so we're always going to eat here pretty much because there are a couple of events that will give us a unit or 3 units that we will be forced to take and have to use. And if we don't eat here, then we'll have to blow 3 more food on it. And blowing 1 food now isn't bad. This isn't a great mutate, but it's not bad. And this is actually good for us if we are going multiple units and want to do the quest here, because it'll make our human run away from any fights. These basic guys. Okay. Given the fact that we are here now, we have to get something else in play. And preferably 2 things in play. Because if we run into zombies, we just die with 1 Lancer. So we run into cultists, which is lucky. You can also gamble if you want. I prefer not to gamble so much when I have this with fast reload. I gamble more when I have weighted dice. But I'm not gambling with fast reload at all. So we could get this, but I don't want to burn any more tokens until we get sale. Start getting bigger mages. So save the teleport rooms for when you hit another teleport, because that basically is a free movement space now. So you absolutely need to. And the faster we get up these hit point upgrades, the more benefits we're going to see. Because the increase in hit points is based on the amount of hit points you have currently. So see, we have 603. We get the first one, it goes to 844. If we had 100 hit points, it would only go to about 130. So the faster the better. You get actually like a big heal out of it. Fighting in red doesn't really matter so much when we have this. It hurt quite a bit. Let's go up. There is one more shop So I'm going to go ahead and go here. But we'll need to find it before we complete the quest. So there's the shop over there. Let me go ahead and use the... I meant to use a teleport. It's okay. Big click there. Didn't mean to go here. Whoops. One mistake, little compound. But it's okay. It's only a couple point loss there. Okay, let's get our tokens. Losing a lance is probably run ending. Losing a mage ring isn't so much. And let's get that health upgrade. Okay. If you're going this route, you save this for the end after the Octoboss perforated shots. You do not need it so much with mages. You will need it in PvP. It's far more useful there. So let's go ahead and fight this guy. And let's get the rank 3 sale. And we're going to rank 2 on the shop as soon as we can. The dog is a bit tough, so we are going to need some units. There we go. And hopefully another rank. There's a paddle. We could use that. Okay. This, we can do this with just fine with this. You can actually take him with one lancer, but your lancer's going to be really hurt at the end of it. So here's the thing with mages, pretty much all the classes. You have to do all of this optimizing the entire run. And you have to make sure you hit all good mutates. This is not a good mutate. And this is not the kind of mutate. I'm not looking for intimidation. If you miss those mutates, he runs over. Just letting you know now. That every mutate we miss can drop our ranking by about 5 to 10 points. Even with the most optimized builds, most efficient builds. So, getting the mutates is, with the efficiency, is what we're looking for. Okay, so here we go again. We're going to try and get a Thunderbolt build. And we're going to try and get a Charmed Ring right here. So, I could just go to 2 and reroll. Okay, we're going to get that for now. Run's not done yet. Still got another shot here. I believe we will survive fighting on green here. Or we won't. And it's terrible later. Actually, the Shooter Fear is viable. It does add something. Because the build that we're using Shooter Fear on won't use Thunderbolt. So having any kind of effect, eliminating sub-units from combat in the PvP portion is very good. Don't worry about the PvE portion. You'll pass the PvE portion. The PvP portion is much tougher. So gear your build towards that. Okay, so Shooter Super Punch is one of my favorites starting. It is also the basis for one of the best shooting builds. The 50% bonus damage is a lot, and it stacks with everything. So if you get plus attack later on, it stacks with that, it stacks with crit strike. And it can really help carry you through the early rounds. I'm going to go ahead and pop one off here so I don't lose too much health. Burning food when you only have one unit is not an issue, honestly. And we're going to burn another one before the Necromancer, and then we're going to end up okay. I'm going to grab this now, because we're going to probably add one more to play. The Nano Lance is a little more delicate than the paddle. So keeping its hit points high is fairly important. Okay, and this is a great event. If you go number 3 here, you're going to lose a guy, but you're going to get 30% magic resist. However, the other ones will give you 10 duplics, 10 food. And 10 food's quite a bit. It's a lot of healing, it's a lot of damage, whatever you need it to be. Okay, so there's a paddle. And that is exactly what we were looking for there. Either a paddle or another mage, something to pair with this harquebus. But this is, you know, obviously the paddle is what the best one we could have hoped for. So let's get this event lined up and see where it is. Now that we have this paddle, there's a lot more leeway that we can do now. And it looks like it's a good distance away, so good for us. And all these things become much, much, much easier. We're not going to take any damage. With the mage build, we do not need any of the lancers. We might get a third later on, but overall our damage should be carrying us through most of the fights here. Level 2 will be no issue to get through. And this looks like it might be mages or claws. Okay. Fine. Okay. I don't need harquebus. He's a little closer. I think this is the third shop. There might be another shop here, but I don't know. We're gonna probably actually get our dudes here. Okay. So we'll get these two in play and bring a third one along. Just in case we don't see another shop. So there's another shop, and that's okay. Which means we're going to get one more guy because we don't want to pitch the XP that he just got. Get a little bit of XP there. Okay, so we have to get a mage mutate here. This is an option where we're at right now. However, I'd rather not waste it on this. We want a mage attack. Okay, I guess we're getting fast reload. It does something. It does mean that we're going to have to go Thunderbolt. So, I don't want to waste the XP we got on this guy. But at the same time, I can't really get any more stuff. So, now that we're going Thunderbolt, we have to get this store up to level 3 before we buy any of the units. And let's move these up here. Shooters should be in front of mages since they do more damage from closer range. Or they're just going to move up. Okay, so we got him taken care of. And we're going to go up here and use the teleport. That's too far to walk. For what is probably going to be one unit. Yeah. Can be risky, but you know what? We have max health, so it's not really an issue. A ton of food. Doesn't mean we should waste the food, but the fact we have it is good. Don't click this. I clicked that a number of times. That secret knowledge gives you a 500% increase to egghead emitter construction. It's essentially if you're going emitters, it is not if you're not, I guess. If you're not, you're just wasting 30 tokens. Okay, so whatever has the most armor is what's going up here. And about the same right now. Yeah, they're both about the same, so it doesn't really matter. This should be no problem. The dog will be no problem right now. We're going to end this with quite a lot of hit points. And these should mostly be at level 5. The dog is a lot of EXP. So level 5, level 5, level 5, level 5. Levels matter a lot. These guys start at 40 damage. 40 bonus damage. And at level 5, they're 124. So that's equivalent of 3 of these guys. They also triple in hit points. And these guys also start at about 60 damage, I think. You go to 161. So it's considerable. When they upgrade, they also get an armor bonus for the fighting classes and the mage classes. Shooters, not so much. Spread out. I don't want to have it cost me anything. Okay, so let's get the sale up. And the store up. And see if we can get some more units in play. Alright, so I don't want to waste any EXP at this point. So that's primarily why we're going to get these 2 units in play, because these guys are full. And once they're full, it does not look like they soak up any EXP, I don't believe. So these guys are going to EXP quite fast. But I would like to get a Thunderbolt in play, because the leeches here can be somewhat damaging. Okay for these guys to take some damage. I'm going to move them back a little bit. I do not want to get another Nanolance, if possible. We may end up having to get one. Or another paddle. But the more you invest in lances at this point, the less damage you're going to be doing. And I'm going to eat now and go ahead and put these in play. Yeah, I could have gotten 2 more movesets out, but I would also like to go up even more units. I want to go up to 10 and max this out. Okay, so here's another moment of truth here. We either get a mage mutate or we restart. Yeah, I know, right? I just abandoned all that work at level 3 for nothing. It's not nothing. There's a reason why my runs are here in this level, and not so much down here. Got a few runs down there early, but I don't have a single run down here. It's because I know, based on the mutates and the composition, the efficiency, what ranking it's going to place at. I'm not looking to get a bunch of guys on the leaderboard. I just want to get number 1 and keep it there. So right now, the build that's up there has run through an egghead build, a mage build, a shooter build, and a mage build. Some very different builds. There's also a fighter build it ran through, and another shooter build. It's a lot of stuff for a build to get through, to get to number 1, take it down. If I put another mage build here or here, it's going to be really tough to take down. So, getting a perfect build is worth more to me than a bunch of imperfect builds. That's worthless. There are some classes that are worthless, honestly. I used to think tanks might be the answer to things. They're not. Because mages don't care about your hit points. They will just kill you if you're slow. So all of the melees are fairly useless in PvP, because mages do so much damage. I had a perfect fighter build that I was working on, because I thought they might be viable. Perfect build. Hit points, extra hit points on top of that. Triple attack. Had vampirism, everything you could think of, and even had evasion, a little bit of bonus evasion. Crack 35 or so. The second they came up against just straight up mage build that was a little weird, had all Sailor Foucaults and Elven Rings, and it wasn't even a great build. It was one of my builds I was trying out. I was trying out what would happen if I just went bigger mages and no Thunderbolt. Got obliterated. Wasn't even close. Not like it hit, top 10 or anything. It was just so utterly one-sided, because all the mages fire, or all the shooters fire, and none of your fighters fire at all. And until like a third of your units get in the way, and that's it. I'd like to get this and afford to get that. If I alter my build at this point, it's going to throw me off. Okay, that's a good one. That's a keeper right there. This is a good ability if you get Deadly Strike. So, anything that could possibly help us and stack onto our damage is what I want to keep. This is Doc Ock, and I don't want to fight him. Oh, it's a cicada. Sorry, I could have just gone through. I don't know why I thought it was Doc Ock. I'm going to grab him now. I can afford him now. And I will need another mage. Okay, it's full health. It's not so important that you need metabolize with Lancers early. Okay, this is good. This is 16 free tokens. And we're going to be able to put 3 guys in play right here. And this should insulate us against any zombie rooms that we might come up. The zombie rooms are what I'm most afraid of. I know you've only seen cultists, but when you have one guy and there's 15 or 16 zombies, it's problematic. You'll pass the first room, you will not pass the second. And we're going to go to the mutate room now and see if our run is still viable or not. Because it may not be. It's still viable. Okay, good. We got mage attack speed. So, that is a good thing for us. If we go this way and up, it's the same thing as going this way. So, I want to save these rooms as much as possible. This is a loop. So, we'll head this way. Sometimes this room opens up a connection there also. So, let's go get our event room up. Okay, and we are looking to get, yeah. So this will connect there. There'll be a room here. And there will be a teleport here also. Oh, no. Yeah, I think there's going to be a teleport right there. Usually 3 teleports per floor. Okay, we're going to eat here. And we're going to get some health. And more health. And then we'll go ahead and get a dude here. Okay. So let's get our dude here. And we're going to walk. And then we'll hit this room and teleport back over. So if we don't get the event first, this room doesn't appear. It's there, but it's hidden. So we can't get there. But now that we already have it, we can move here and then on through there. And don't worry about the zombies now. We have enough dudes, and we have the hit point buff. Getting the hit point buff before you get here, and the armor, super important. And let's go ahead and get the last hit point buff right now. I don't want to risk this zombie dying. Okay, and we'll pick up another ring. And I'm going to put him in play. So let's go get our tokens. Now, we do not have the cooldown. So we're not going to be going Thunderbolt or rank 3 store. We're going to focus on just Charmed Rings. Lots of Charmed Rings. We're basically turning this into a shooter build. Alright, and we're going to fight the boss on green. And there, we're done with this tree for quite a while. And I'm going to pull him back a little bit because the dog will take a step forward. And that'll give us an extra shot. And we should clear this with very little issue. Okay. So our goal now is to get a paddle. This would be unfortunate if we lose with BFG. Okay, we lost a ring, so that's a good trade for us. We're going to get the Hark of this out too. Well, we kind of need a paddle right now. Cannot pass up any rings, though. Pass up the element ring, no problem. We're also looking... There we go. There's a paddle. Okay. So, let's get our 20% attack speed. Get our paddle in play. And we want to go to 15 mages by the time we have to eat. Because we want to eat in an efficient manner. So we want to get a donut. We can go up to 15. We could probably just do this for now. Let's keep this here. So let's go ahead and continue. Now again, this is another test on whether or not we will be able to continue. And we are. The mutates are more important than the lance. These mutates stacking become extremely powerful. Losing the lance sucks. Not the end of the run though. The lances are the vehicle. It does decrease our efficiency, yes. But it's not run ending at this point. Okay, we do need to get another lance though. And I don't care what it costs. Alright, it's nice to get on sale. We're gonna wait to eat. Wait to buy guys yet. This army will get extremely powerful the more it levels up. So while it may look right now like it's a little weak, it's not. This is going to be really strong when it gets up a little bit higher. Okay. I still think we can wait to eat. We're not going to lose any XP. I might end up getting another paddle. It depends on what our next mutate is. We should be approaching the point where the mages will outdamage just about anything. Okay, so let's get our food. We're gonna eat here. This will allow us to fight on green. Fighting on green is fairly important at this point. Won't be later. Now we want to go to 15. Okay. So we're good now where we're at. And this is going to be an auto win against the man trap. Grab that now. So we have 15 to 15. Which means after the next feeding we'll go to 22. Just 2 more donuts. That's about the efficiency where I want it to be for feeding and the EXP. That'll make sure that we cut 1 feeding at the end. Alright, let's continue going down. Okay, and this is both good and bad. I do want to get the guys, even if they're only fodder. I'm not going to keep this guy, though. He is now dead weight. I'll turn him into food. I don't want to waste these guys, though, so let's turn them into units. Okay. It is it's a beneficial event. There's nothing bad about the event, but it does mess our food up a little bit. But that's okay. We'll just make some adjustments for the final. Swap these guys out. These guys have fury, so the faster you can kill them, the better, essentially. We have 5 moves left. I think we go up here. Just see what we get here. Okay. And this is not a problem. We're gonna wreck through this. We don't have splash, but that's okay. Okay. We need to mage something here. Come on. Alright, we missed mage mutate here. I'm going to continue on and finish this, but we're not going to make rank 1 with this build. It's unfortunate. But I want to show you how far we go versus how far we could have gotten with that extra mutate. And I'm gonna stick you back here. Let's go get our food. All right. You can go ahead and eat. Put it back up here. This means we're only going to be able to go to 21 though. And that's okay. So we're going to 21 now. And we missed that mutate, so now we have to get another lance. If we don't miss that mutate, we don't have to get another lance because we have enough damage. But now we don't have enough damage. So, yep, lance. We can take this. It won't give us Thunderbolt. It does make our... It does a little more damage. I, under no circumstances, want Thunderbolt at this point. Okay. And we're going to have to fight this on yellow because we want to save those extra 4 moves for the next floor. And if we do, then this is our last set of food that we need. So, this is going to be a little tricky. BFG has to go in the back. And I need to get a crossbow still, too. So, this guy's going to tank there. Guys are over here. Hope we don't have a bug. Okay, we're not bugged. That's good. I'm going to stick as many guys over here as I can. I like to burn these down. And looking like we're going to be doing this. And no losses. So that's good. And this will give you a free BFG if you want. However, this is 10% damage for all of your units. And 10% damage for all of your units is a considerable amount of damage. So take the 10% damage. Alright, so another zombie room, not a problem. Yes, they are all close to death. And yes, that's okay. There's not a problem with it. If we had the mutate from the last floor, we're doing a lot more damage. Okay, that's one of the keys we need there. Seriously Annoying Splash is an absolute must-have. What we're looking for now is going to be either Deadly Strike or Super Punch. Super Punch on mages is ridiculous. And we're probably going to lose a lance here. Yeah, we lost 1 lance, and that's okay. We had to fight on red there. Because we want to make sure we don't have to eat again. So here's where we eat. Now we're going to roll everything. No more food. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that will leave us with 1 little food left. So here we get to power up to full, basically. And this will be the last thing we go to. So we're going to fill up everything. And we still need a crossbow. Move them up. Move them all the way up. And we're going to need one more lance now. Again. We may not have the mutates right now. We do have the efficiency. So you can see at this point now, because we were so efficient earlier, just how many units we're able to get up. This is a considerable amount, and we're still not done yet. I did the math on, and did some playtesting on the store. If you're going level 2 store, and you're going for Ukos and Charmed Ring, or Elven Rings, then the level 3 sale is more beneficial. You will save more, or you will earn more tokens on it. But if you're not, you're just going for Charmed Rings, then level 1 sales where you want to be. And I do not want to get another panel. I don't think we can afford to get another panel. I think it won't gameplay damage too much. Okay. So this is what we have for now. We're going to bounce over here first. Okay. So keep going. Now we need a good mutate here. I would prefer to get super powered. 100% attack speed is okay also. Let's see what we get. Draculish. I'm on the fence on Draculish. We're going to pass on it now because we have weighted dice. But I would kind of take that. And we missed on this mutate too. So this is not going to do that great. We're going to end in the 35-ish rounds. Probably. Maybe 20 because they're mages. And there's not going to be much we can do about it. And we're going to probably have to get another lance now just to make it through the Octoboss. But only on sale. There you go. Okay. We have to save 8 tokens so that we can get perforating shot. And that's pretty much the case with any of the runs we do, whether it's shooter or mage. I expect to lose a lance. At least we get the paddle back. I can stick him there. So, we need a lance. We need to save 8. We only have 7 left, so we have 1 roll. We got 1. So, we got 1 more in play. And that's okay. We have 42 dudes. It's a lot of dudes. But we don't have any real force multipliers other than the splash. So, we have this. But these stack exponentially. So 40% on top and then 100% of whatever that number comes out to. These would be sick. If we were looking for a strike or the deadly strike. But let's go ahead and do this and see where we end up. We just hope we kill this before it gets in our backline. So the Octoboss is in our backline now. That's problematic. We lost 2 dudes. That's expected though with what we had. And we didn't get a crossbow either. So once I already missed the mutates though, it's kind of given up. Alright. Let's see where we're at this point. I'm going to predict around 30. 25 to 30. Don't get me wrong, this is still going to obliterate a lot of builds, but it's not going to get near the top without the extra mutates. But the efficiency is there, and that is important. You understand how to get to over 40 units by this point. Yeah. We just don't have the damage we need. This is not enough damage. It isn't. Our first volley should absolutely wipe out the opponent. The opponent should just absolutely obliterate them. So this is way farther than I thought. We missed basically, we have 3 useless mutates in this build. And that cuts our ranking down considerably. And now you know why I abandoned them fairly early. I'm not sure if that... No, that wasn't a cheater. That was... He didn't have enough units to be that point. You see a full complement of Fucos, like 45 of them. Probably a cheater. So now you see what happens when you go with subpar mutates or mutates that don't really do much. And this is not enough mutates. Basically, we have splash, preventing shot, and the basic plus attack upgrades. Which is why I restart generally. It's a little difficult to restart at 4th or 5th floor though, when you could just complete the run. But it's okay. Here we go again. Welcome to Despot's restart. I used to say the same thing about No Limit Fold'em. And constantly just fold your hand. Alright, that is a decent start. And it's zombies. How much I love zombies. I'm thankful to get them in the first floor, and I'm thankful for the 30% health increase. Before the last patch, it was very difficult to navigate the first floor. You would have to feed several times just to get through it. Worthless. There's a paddle. The thing about the paddle is you can literally do the entire first 2 floors with just a paddle. Okay. But I'm not restarting infinitely to get a paddle because that could take a very, very, very long time. And a lance is just as well, honestly. Some cases better. Like here, lance is better, in my opinion, because you can get these upgrades up first. And now when we go up to the Octoboss, we're gonna have Vampirism. There's also an argument to be made for just killing the boss now, which we'll just do that now. I'm gonna make sure I fight on green though. We don't have the 20% vampirism, but this is gonna give us 2 levels right now, which means that the rest of these are gonna be easier, especially since it gives us armor. These only do 40 hit points or 40 damage, so they're fairly easy to take on. And now we get to fight the Doc Ock with a level 5 character rather than a level 1 or 2, and this is garbage too. The throwers don't have enough range to be viable. I've tried, and oops. Alright, you know what? Let's just do this. I've always wanted to do that. The throwers don't have enough range to be viable because they don't. You'd have to mix them with something else, and the only way you get enough of a force multiplier to be effective is by stacking mutates. Because if you get a plus 50% mutate on this guy, he goes to 75 hit points. Okay. If you get another plus 100% mutate, he doesn't go to 125 hit points. He goes to 150 hit points. So it alters the base damage for every one of those you get, and then whatever you get on top of that alters it again. So when you get a 30% damage upgrade and you get a 100% damage upgrade, let's just say they did 100 damage to start, you go to 130. You don't go to 230, you go to 260. Okay? So when you stack another speed mutate on that, just say you get 100% attack speed, that doubles that whole thing. That makes you, basically your DPS goes to 520. It's a big difference than 100 for 3 mutates. A 30, 100, and 100. So it's very important that you get stacked mutates. Now, if you don't have those mutates on a unit, then those units don't get any force multiplier. So every unit becomes 5.2 units in the case I just illustrated. Whereas the units that don't have any, which you will need a significant line of if you have throwers, they don't get any bonus. So you'll have the throwers at 5.2 and the rest of your army at 1, ending up with a power that's much less than you wanted to have. Let's try this. The ring can actually tank. So let's see if we get a rabbit in the hat. And we're going to end up with one guy here. Okay. So we want a rabbit. We also want this guy. But we're looking for a rabbit. Rabbit. Oh. But we got another shot at a rabbit, so the charm ring can tank a little bit. And we'll get through this one. I'm not so worried about that. If we get a rabbit here, we'll be okay. We might be able to save enough efficiency to be viable. But we need a rabbit in a hat. And we need it now. No, we didn't get it. Yeah, that's okay. Well, I don't try that very much. 2 lances. Get 2 lances. I'd rather not. The goal here is to save as many tokens as possible. Not to get lances. A well-mutated army with 30 units will beat a slightly less well-mutated army with 40 units because of the power of the mutates. I think the shooter build I made last season, and I think maybe even this season, only had about 32, 34 shooters in it. So you don't really need to have 40 units. It does help, and this is a good mutate for what we're going for. Having the shooters fear things does something. It adds some value somehow to the build. And we will be eating here. Or, because we're eating here primarily for damage reduction. Or we will die. We will absolutely die there. We're going to eat one more time. With metabolism. I'm eating here primarily so that I end up with more hit points. If you get a bad placement, this is a bad placement for these. You want them over here. If we didn't eat, we would have died. But we're going to gain some hit points off of him. Okay. Now, you can get either a free arbalest or a free or a 5-cost hat here, I'm gonna take the free arbalest. It means I don't have to buy an arbalest, and I get to put these guys in play right now. And this is gonna be more value for me, especially since I don't care about having a rabbit in the hat. Rabbit in the hat's 9. Yeah, it's good, but it's not necessary. I need an arbalest at some point. I may never even need a rabbit in the hat. Let me get this now. And the lancers will heal off cicadas. I don't have the cooldown upgrade, so we're not going to get anything else there. And these will actually do some fearing sometimes. This guy. Okay. We are looking for mage attack. And we didn't get it. That's okay. There's a paddle. Alright. Arguably the best starting unit in the game. And garbage. Okay. Looking for a lance or a paddle or the ultra rare elven ring rabbit in a hat combo. See the rabbit in a hat elven ring once in about every 500 restarts. And that would make sense given the rarity of them. You have to take a 72 times 0.21 times 3. When you take, I don't know how many units are in the pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units in the pool. But you have 1, 2, 3. I'm not even gonna figure the math on it, but you have about a 30% chance of getting a ring in 1 and 3, and then what you've got in that, you have about a 8% chance of getting, no, a 4% chance in 2 of getting that. So you take about 30 times 0.2. No, that's for that and that. But this and this is even way crazier. This is gonna be once in every 100, maybe. This is once in every. But one of those is only 2 slots, so it's not quite that. This is probably once in every 30 restarts, but be 15 with 2. You get them both. It's like once in every 500 to 1,000, maybe 1,500 restarts. Takes a lot of time. I think I can remember maybe 5 times I've gotten that, 6 times. So when I see it, I try to make a run out of it. The runs do well. They do very well, actually. I've had some very, very high runs. It's been difficult to get the mutates stacked up with them because the number of possibilities is great. Ooh, 2 Elden Charm rings. Alright. I haven't seen this before. Oh, very, very long time. We're going to try this. I'll spread these out a bit. They fire at different targets. Let's see if we can get anything done with this. And we got weighted dice. It's not bad. Alright. So we're gonna see if we get anything here. We need one of those. If we're gonna do this, we're doing this so we don't have to get a lance. And I don't want another ring right now. We can actually finish the floor with this quite easily. So this is a necromancer. Go ahead and eat here. We're not concerned about our hit points so much as the damage. Mage bonus health, 30. You don't think that's a lot? It's a lot. That is actually closer to 120, 130 with this. So this gets added onto the base of their health. It turns out to be quite considerable. Alright, we need another mage. That's not the one we need, but it does add some firepower. Let's continue and see if we can get through this. Okay, we got through it, and we got a mage attack. So this is still looking viable. These starts with the mages like this are always a little rough. But this is a good floor for us with the mech. Alright, so 2 cicadas. I'm typically going to go for preventing shots first and sail. I'm looking for damage. Alright, we have to get Thunderbolt at some point. Okay, we have Thunderbolt provided we get to at least that we can use it. And we probably will end up taking another level of metabolism. Just to say, stay safe. We're going to do this now so we can get hit points. We get Thunderbolt up. Okay, so can't eat right now. And I can't risk this dying. And we need to set this up so that we hit these in a line. So do this, and this will hit in a solid line. And then we'll shoot them all at once. So I'm gonna need to get a dude here. And metabolism. And this is gonna be a little risky. I don't want to eat yet. This won't really matter. I'm gonna spread these guys out. I may lose this guy here, and that would be problematic. Yeah, so we can't go get it yet. We're going to need to get some more tokens and get a health upgrade. Or at least the armor, at the very least. There should be no problem. Okay, so let's go. Okay, the boss will be here. We'll go here. We'll eat. Okay, and we'll set up to pick this line here. Okay. Now we need to get this rabbit in the hat play. That'll change some things for us. Need another mage. I don't need any more of those for now. I do want a BFG, but can't afford. We'll keep the Sailor Foucault. And that'll be the 6 guys we need now. And we should be able to do this now, no problem. We will need to move this whole line up. so that they all attack and that our little human survives. There we go. The mage runs like this without any support are very tense. You're very close to death all the time. One misplacement and you die. 1, 2 is the same amount. Let's go here and get our food. And we'll see what upgrades we can get here. Now with this particular build, where we're doing it, we only get to level 2 health. So we get to skip a lot of things, but we're gonna get to level 2 health. Okay. And it should be doing volleys to both of the lines. Yeah. Alright, we may want to pull back a little bit here. Our damage is most important now. So is Thunderbolt. And I'm gonna eat now. Get him in play. Okay. Moving on. So we lost a dude. Was an important dude. There's a rabbit in the hat. That's very unfortunate. Let me get that now. Another rabbit. Get these two in play. So, got him back. And we have to get the rabbit in play. We don't have a choice. We need to be able to Thunderbolt for the max now. And we can roll with 8 for quite a while. We're in a much better territory now. See, at this point now we're stable. We had some it's really rocky to get through the first 2 floors, but now, and we're gonna wreck these rooms now with perforating shot. It's not gonna be any problem. All right, we do need a mage mutate though, and I'm gonna get one. So this is for not. Can't miss a mage mutate. Yeah, we got 30 health, but can't miss anything here. We need a mage mutate, a health upgrade. We need an attack upgrade or an attack speed upgrade. Something we need. We could miss this one. We did get an attack upgrade. I'm gonna continue on, but let's see if we get the rest of it perfect. See where we're at. I'm not a fan of continuing on so much, but what we're gonna do. This looks like pretty small. I think this is the entire floor. But I don't really need any more units. So I'm not gonna eat. I wouldn't buy anything anyway. I'll just wait. I mean, this is Mac. It gives us upgrade, but I'm gonna fight on green, the Mac. We're gonna eat right here, and I think we're just gonna. It doesn't really matter what we do here. I almost always lose one mage in this spot, so it's unfortunate. There's nothing to do. Okay, we got one-armed bandit. This is really good if we beat it. It looks like we are. 25. It's not the 30, but it's not bad. Okay, so it's time to go up. And it's time to go up to 11. And that's where we're going to be at for the remainder of this floor. So this should be the man trap, which is an auto win for us. Switch that out. Alright, we need to get the rank 2 health. Okay, and this is... We can't get this up now to rank 3 because we're going to lose tokens if we do that. And we have to have enough damage now to be able to kill the Octoboss without anything else. There is one option we can do, is we can get a Doc Ock for the Octoboss. I don't know if it was satire or not, but one Doc Ock is enough to hold off the entire Octoboss and let the mages kill it. You lose the Doc Ock, but you don't lose any mages. And it's big enough that it pushes back the line. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, that's the boss, and that's okay. So we're gonna grab our food, and I kind of want to eat here anyway, so that'll give us enough moveset to complete everything with one more feeding. Okay. So we need to move these guys up because we have the shooter coming up too fast, and we do need a BFG. And just like we did with this, basically we're always going to need 25 tokens for whatever it is after the Octoboss. Any big mages on sale or BFG, so that's good. And we're going to try and get to 22 for the next feeding. All right. Damage return is interesting. I don't think it's enough though. Okay, this is exactly what we're looking for when we have weighted dice. This makes this worth a lot more now. And this is the combo that adds a lot of DPS. This, I believe that it adds 360% now, rather than double. Because this deadly strike on mages is 4x. And so you a 50% chance for 4x is 200% damage. Whereas the normal attack is only 130. So this is a 200% damage upgrade. And given the fact that we have a large number of units, we are going to have effectively a 200% pretty consistently. And this raises it by 30%. So it's 80% chance to do 4 times damage. It works out to be about 320% damage. So I'm glad that worked out that way. That can make up for missing a mutate, because it's basically, this is now 2 of the smaller mutates. Okay, and we're gonna, with that, we're gonna absolutely murder anything. Look how the damage that goes off. It's not even close. If we get seriously annoying splash, we got a contender. And we only have a contender because we get that 30 extra health from earlier. Okay, so we want to go to 22. We would prefer to get a BFG. And there's a BFG. Okay, so now we have the attack speed upgrade. And we want one more. And there we go. So we'll go ahead and get that on the next floor, or the next room. And we only have one more feeding now. But we're going to murder everything extremely quickly. So we have 2 more mutates. We want seriously annoying splash. And honestly, we probably want attack speed or Draculish. We're on overkill now with the attack. We don't need any more damage. We need attack speed or health, which Draculish is also health. We need attack speed or health or maximum health. Something along those lines. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our food situation set up. And it's looking like we will not need to eat again. So there's seriously annoying splash. Oh, there's also plus attack. But this right here, this is the major one. Okay, this is the component that we absolutely have to have. So let's go ahead and take that first. All right, so now it's absolute murder town. Everything just dies in such a quick manner. Yeah. Oh, and there's Draculash. Okay, we got a winner. This is good. Real good now. And we eat here and get up to absolute max. So now all our mages heal to full every time, pretty much. And I want to put the bigger mages up front now so that they have the really large health pools when they're maxed out. So we want the big mages up front. We're just looking for mages. Whatever cheap mages we can get. Not expensive ones. Oh, I passed on one. That was unfortunate. Sometimes I go a little too fast. Could have got one for 7. I don't need that. Need that. Okay. I just don't want to waste any XP. You notice our mages are beefy. They're just big mages. And we don't have a huge amount, but what we do have is absolutely murderous. We don't need copious amounts at this point. We have quite a lot. So let's go get this first. And it's looking like this is the last 2 rooms here. Okay. We don't need food. We're going to fight on yellow. That's luxury. And yeah, and we need to save 8 tokens for the health. So let's spend what we can. And I'd like to end up with 30 if possible. This will be 13, which will leave us with 9. Which is where we're going to be at. Okay, Sailor Fuko is good to have. Okay. We have 28 dudes, 25 of them are mages, but they are good mages. They're great mages. We did miss a mutate somewhere. Where did we miss a mutate at? Oh, I didn't even grab it on the floor because it was like, that's right. But it was only a level 3 mutate. So we could end up doing really well in this. I'm going to pull these back a bit. You know, we should just absolutely trash them Octoboss. Okay. We lost a couple of units because we don't have the health upgrade. It's okay. We'll get it now. We still have more than enough units to trash it. So, we're running Thunderbolt, so we want to stick back a little bit. And let's see how we do. This is going to do well. This is going to do very well. With the splash and the attack. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's just going to... Anything that hits along that line is just going to be massive. Like, they're going to take out tentacles. B for B, Berenstain. This doesn't have a chance. Yeah, the Thunderbolt is rough. And these may just hit for 2 grand, 3 grand. And this could be a little rougher, but that's where we need the splash. And we have Draculash too. Draculash is really good for mages because of the damage they do. They get such a big heal. And if you're going up against shooters, Draculash will win a lot of the fights. Because as the mages become stronger one-on-one more than shooters are. Shooters are great when you have a mass of shooters. The less shooters you have, the weaker they are, obviously. Alright, so this is the problem I have with tanks, is they are not damage. They just get murdered. But like I said, this build is going to do well. So these are the nosebleed ones. And he's got some good stuff with the eggheads going on here. Missing that one mutate is what's going to hurt us a lot. We missed this one big mutate here. It's got a cascading effect. We miss a mutate. It also means we're going to have about 5 to 10 less mages because of the efficiency we lost. So, missing that mutate on the 3rd floor means that we miss an attack speed upgrade, basically, and it's pretty big. But this is going to do well. We do have enough of it there to get pretty high, and it does 14, and that's okay. But it's close to perfect. That's the difference between a perfect build and an imperfect build. You're looking at number 1 or number 10 or number 7 or number 8. Only the perfect mutates builds have a chance to be number 1 and retain number 1, because it's not enough to just get number 1. You got to retain it for the entire month, and that's a lot of chances for people to have. All right, so let's continue. I don't have my camera on now because I don't have a shirt on, and frankly, I got injured with plantar fasciitis in my foot, so I can't walk to get one on. So I'm just doing the voice today. All right. Let's go and get the vampirism. And I'm going to eat here. I'm not going to get metabolism. I'm going to heal the full anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'd like to save the tokens just in case I get one-armed bandit. You don't have enough tokens, your risk of ruin goes up for one-armed bandit and could just end your run. If you do have enough, then you'll be fine. I like the novices at this point. I think they're useful. We're going to do this. I always get 2 guys here in this situation where I haven't faced zombies yet, because I don't know if there's going to be zombies, and if there, in the off chance there is zombies, like there is right now, this is exactly why I get these 2 dudes. And the shooters have splash, so doing a little extra damage. But without it, we just kind of die there. Literally. Alright, I'm going to go here because I want to see if we either live or die, basically. So I'm going to get the bounce. And this. Okay. We could take weighted dice. It does fit in with this build. I don't have another reroll. I'm going to take the dice because I don't want to dig for another build that may not be there. And dice will be good, provided that we can get the correct things for it. Alright, that's what I need. I need that guy to level. I should have just teleported there. I don't know why I didn't. Although I do prefer to save one store on a teleport pad so that I can come back to it later when I'm ready to go to the boss after I have the tokens. And this is unfortunate for me. The boss is after him. Okay, I have to eat again here. And I can get a little bit of health. That'll help. That's very unfortunate. Losing that lance means the run is not salvageable. And with the position of, I mean, we would have to go up and around. That means there was a big loop to go around up top. It's just not viable at that point. I would have preferred actually to go through the boss, but you face too many zombies in those rooms, and you don't have the right mutates, you just lose. It's okay to lose. Like I said, if you're not losing a significant number of your runs, you're probably not doing it right. If all your runs are safe and you get to the Octoboss and you kill the Octoboss, you're probably getting 250 to 300 rank runs consistently, instead of getting 50 or 50 plus rank runs consistently. I know I did not get the vampirism yet. I'm trying to hold off a little bit to see if I can get a paddle, but it's not going to happen. So, no, we have enough to get a paddle now. There it is. See, now I look like a genius. See? Instead of an idiot who just forgot to get vampirism. Oh, pro tip right there. I really dig the music and the soundtrack. They really did a good job with it. Alright. We're gonna not grab that because I want to eat. And we already faced zombies, so we don't have to worry about zombies. So, place one here and one here. And go to town. See him the necromancer. This is my least favorite event. We lose 10 tokens. We got shoot or something. Alright, get a mage ring. Andy the Elusive and Billy the Spartan. And at least our room is right there. Let's see what we get there. We may be able to just force this out. Okay, so we have another path. That's good. I like the fact these guys are leveling. We don't need anything else right now. Once these guys are 5, we'll get something else. I'll try and save as many tokens as possible. So, the boss is probably going to be right there. So let's clear this room first. Oh wow, the boss isn't there. Interesting. Where are we at for health? Oh, we can take it now. We'll be at 2 health upgrades. And we'll eat. Heal these dudes. Grab a ring. Put him in play. And this will allow us to take this. I could have just gotten a health upgrade, which I probably should have. But worst case scenario, we lose a ring. Best case scenario, we get some extra XP. And we get to go get our tokens. So in this case, we get to go up to max health. And if we get one-armed bandit, then we can go up. Store. Possibly. Past the level 1. We're basically done with the store for now. And this is the dog, so we do want to get one more dude. Okay, we need a... There we go. That's mage attack speed. That's one of the things we're looking for. May prefer to get mage attack speed early because of the overkill factor with the dice. Oh, we got a mage. The dice will give us major overkill if we get it. So our shooters are good. We need to probably get one in play. Well, we have some money to spend now. I want to get the shooter on sale though. Okay, we want to get one more guy, take advantage of the dog XP. Go ahead and eat with the dog. And this should bring these guys to mostly 4 or 5. So, I'm going to start off like this. Make sure that it connects to cattle first. Yeah, we're going to end up with a bunch of level 4 guys and no wasted EXP. These guys are almost on the cusp of 5. Okay. So we're going to take the dumplings. That's 10 free food. That means we can go up to 15 right now. And that'll make this whole floor a breeze. And there's one on sale. So this will start to give us some fear with this early mutate. Get us some value out of this. Trying to keep the lancers to the minimum. We have a 40% attack speed upgrades. The DPS has gone up. And once this guy levels a little bit, then he'll have the fear there. And we don't have enough damage right now. That is some damage. Okay, let's get these guys in play. And put him in front here. Okay, let's go get our mutate, because that'll increase our efficiency. Maybe more tomatoes. Tomatoes are some of the best things we can fight. And there's mage health. Okay, that's something that we really needed. This means that we're going to get through the shooter builds now very, very easily. And plus, we'll also get through the Thunderbolt builds. It's a very good upgrade to get at this stage. Arguably better than the attack upgrade. I know it doesn't help our Lancer situation right now. We can just stick these in the back, actually, for a little bit. Or maybe not. Maybe that's not the best idea. I still think we're missing some damage, though. And I don't want to get another Lance. I would rather just get more damage. And we found some more damage. We have the food. We just need more damage. And as these level, we will get more damage. And there's no point in really keeping those back. Okay, so we're going to get all these. The boss is going to be at the end of one of these, I believe. We can fight on yellow, though. We don't have to fight on red. So, the boss is over here. I think we eat now. I don't want to risk losing one of these guys at this point. Go ahead and get our donut. Yeah, so it was a good decision to eat there because we were to move there anyway. And let's get a second donut now. And we'll move in and fight the man trap. And the man trap is probably the easiest boss for us to kill because of the range damage versus the vampirism. And their fear kicks in a little bit. It's not as much EXP as the robot, but it's not terrible. Now, I could go ahead and I get the sword this way, or this way, or I can try and get him and the sword. The chance is lower, but I don't really want to waste 2 tokens. If I get him for free, great. He can actually tank while these guys heal up. And we don't need any more guys here. I don't want to blow any more food right now. Getting through 4. I'm very happy we have a lot of units right now, because this zombie room can kill you. Okay, this is explosive attack. It's pretty good. I'm going to take it now. It's 80, extra 80 damage. It does raise the DPS considerably, because this is additional damage on top of what they're doing. So all these little guys now got a lot stronger. Okay. I gamble a little bit. Not too much though. So I expect this guy to die. It's a gimme that he's gonna die. I just want to get some value out of him. Well, I got him back. Okay, but I don't want to waste 2 tokens on getting him back there. He's not the focus. The mages and the lancers are the focus. The mages are the focus, not the lancers. And let's go here and get this now. Don't need any more food right now. Should be another room. Yeah, there is. There may be a room here too, possibly. All right, so this is red, but these are not gorillas, so these are spiders. It's okay. Yeah, I know we're very close to losing the guy. We did lose him, but we got him back. So it's not that big of a deal. Okay. We have to eat here. These are gorillas, but they're going to die real quick. Gorillas are not a problem if you can kill them quickly. They only become a problem because they have fury if they drag on. Okay. It's a minimal loss in efficiency, 2 tokens. We're going to go up now to 21. And this is going to save us quite a bit of money. Alright, so we got 21 now. And we still need to get an Arbalest, and we still need to get a BFG. Hopefully we get a BFG at this event. We do absolutely need a BFG with this build, though. Okay. So we get to fight on green, and this next feeding is our last feeding. And don't particularly like this whole setup here. Shooter, you on the back. By you and you. Expendable mages up here. Okay, we got lucky that we have no bug. Okay, mage can go here, this one here, here. Okay. And we'll put this guy here. Alright, this should result in a minimal loss of units. And by minimal, I mean 0. Okay, we got it perfect. So let's move on. Okay, there's my Arbalest. So I'm going to take that. And this is 4-5, and I don't want to go up for the sale until the last room. This is unfortunate that 3 here. There's only 4 shops on the floor, I believe. So we can't add any more units until we eat. Which you can see is going to become a problem very quickly. As I'm going to have to move these in the back and hope the mages can tank. At least for the first couple of hits. It is good that there was a path around that. Means that there's going to probably be another room here. And hopefully this is the last room. Okay, we need a good mage mutate here. That's not a good mage mutate, but beggars can't be choosers. It does add some sort of value. Okay, so this is less than optimal, but it's okay. We've cleared up most of the floor. There's going to be a teleport, which 2. I think we get to eat here and stock up. And frankly, I think we have to eat here and stock up because we're just not going to have the damage we need to make it without that. Okay. So I've got the attack speed upgrade now. Still need the BFG, but we're not going to go there yet until we flesh out a few more dudes. What we need to get is seriously annoying splash. Okay, now it's time to go up and start looking for a BFG. Remember, I have one more store. I don't want to completely get my rolls yet, so we're not going to go up yet. Okay, now we're going to go up to 16, and we'll probably actually get a pitchfork then also. Okay, now we shouldn't have damage to just murder. We need to get seriously annoying splash though. So this might be a loop here. It will be a loop. I think there might be actually 5 shops on this floor. Okay, that's plus attack speed, but it's not seriously annoying splash. However, that being said, we do have Fury, Berserk Rage. I think we're gonna try this. There's 7 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we have to check what this is first. Okay. So it is a final room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough. Gonna be a bit short. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna have to eat again, and there's no way around it. So, time to grab some food. And at least we end there. Okay, and they'll be able to dodge the first round, or not, or just die. Okay, we do need a BFG. BFG is kind of non-negotiable. And we do need a lance now. So only BFG, really. Alright, there's a BFG. Alright, got lucky on that one. And I want to move the shooters up a little bit. I'm actually going to move all these up. Because we're not really running mages right now. We're running a lot of shooters. They just look like mages. Okay. So we're going to have enough here. That's a lot of attack speed. We are going to get a luxury here of being able to fight on green, which is going to make the Octoboss a lot easier. So we're going to eat here, which is a lot of wasted tokens. Unfortunate the position here, but you got to deal with it. The good news is that we do have stacked mutates. I mean, this is a lot of stacked mutates, including the health. And we may not have annoying splash, but we do have explosive attack, and we attack super fast. So it's not seriously annoying splash, but it's a lot of damage, a lot of splash damage. I mean, they're doing 2.25 attacks per second. Okay, we have to save 8 tokens. So we can afford to get this shooter. Or we can get this Dragon Slayer. I think we're gonna get the Dragon Slayer. Just get some meat. Okay. Shooter's not going to really add a ton. Alright, I expect to burn this down extremely quickly. I mean, look how fast the damage scales. Okay. So, let's get a perforating shot. And let's go ahead and move these up and down there. And let's see how it rolls. This should do well. Doesn't have seriously annoying splash, which is a big drawback. But it attacks super fast. Wow, that's fast. It is impressive how fast these attack. Wow. I'm going to slow this down. I'm going to see exactly how this plays out in these upper rounds. I mean, there's just so many volleys. It's not going to be enough, though. They don't have... See, he's got splash. I wanted to try it, though, since we had Fury. It was power. If we had splash, it would have been really, really dope. I think the Fury is kind of a wasted buff because they don't last long enough to really take a huge, get a huge benefit out of it. What I really want to see is Super Punch. Actually, Mage Super Punch is ridiculous. Yeah, that's a little rough. Without the splash, you just don't do enough. It did worse than I thought it was going to do. I thought it would have done better than that, but like I said earlier in a run, the splashes, super annoying splashes, pretty much non-negotiable. You have to get it. So those aren't perfect mutates. This is perfect mutate one. I'm very proud of this run. This was my best run ever. This is the most efficient I could possibly make a build. If that build loses #1, I won't run shooters again the next season until any changes come in, because I don't think there's a way to get better shooter build than that. So also the attack speed is better than close attack, given the fact that we have such overkill. So I uninstalled Apex Legends today, one of my favorite games, but I am now old and unable to play it properly. So I stopped playing it. I'm just getting too old. That's it. I'm better at strategy games, but I just don't have the APM that I used to have. I'm not as fast with the mouse. Just gotta face reality. Getting old. And that's good start. It's a good start. Now, you tell me, are they attacking faster? Doesn't it feel like they attack faster? Doesn't it? I mean, I swear, it feels like they attack much faster. Alright, so I'm going to eat, but I'm not going to get metabolism again. He's going to heal to full anyway. Dude, he attacks faster with that. I swear, seriously. And this is exactly why I'm saving tokens in case we get the one-armed bandit. Yeah, we got the final. We get the max 30. Okay, so this is the most optimal start for this, without a doubt. We have the one-armed bandit, and then we're gonna get the tokens here. So we need to get a couple guys in play, just enough to ward off any potential zombies. If we run into zombies back here and we don't do this, this is just a waste. Okay, so we did run into zombies, but that's okay. We have exactly what we need. And let's start getting some of this up. We'll be able to get plus... we'll be able to get plus health here. Oh, we got a paddle. Oh. This is going to make it a little rough to get to the next room, but I don't think I can pass on that paddle. Okay. So there it is right there. But we can't do it yet. We absolutely need to get absolutely have to get the health upgrades, and we have to get this paddle in play. Okay, so I know this is painful, but I'm gonna eat here. I don't want to risk it. We have a great start. We lose this Lancer, it's a disaster. Okay, we did not lose the Lancer. We got a combo in play. I want to get a couple more guys. Okay, we got what we needed. Okay. There should be zero risk of losing this guy here. And if we do, we're just going to end up losing one mage. So let's move the mage line up a little bit. And this should be good. Okay. He took one hit. That's okay. Now we're going to get all the health upgrades. And we're going to be able to get the store up to level 3 before we leave this area. This would have been better if we had cultists, but it is what it is. So, continuing on. Oh, there's more rooms up here. Cool. And this should be a piece of cake now. Okay. Now, after all that, we lose because we don't get mutate. What happens, man? What are you gonna do? All right, there's a paddle. Okay, and that's it for now. This is the best floor we can get first, and that's a great cooldown. It goes da-dum, 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 and let's see what happens when we get this cooldown. I swear they attack faster. Maybe the same amount. I don't know. Really tough to see sometimes. Okay. We get the 10% here, and we get a lance, and we actually can't buy them, I think. It's 6 of this or 7? I think we get 7 of this. Oh, we got 8, okay. We could have gotten a lance there. I'm going to eat here again, and again, there's no reason to pick up metabolism. And free food. Excellent. Okay. We need to pick up a guy here. Guys. Again, for the same reason we just did before, because of zombies. Zombies. And there they are. And these add so much value against zombies, you have to get them. You just gots to. Triples the amount of damage we're doing. Just they get one shot anyway. And let's get this done. Here. We have to save that until we get to a teleport pad. Not gonna eat yet. Okay. Probably will eat here. Let's see. Yeah. Because we're on the edge of death. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, we got mage attack speed. That's good. That is some good. Got a feeling the boss is up there. We just ate. I think we should go here. This is rough. Alright, let's try and get a couple attacks before we get engaged. We're gonna lose here. Okay, we lost the paddle, which is extremely unfortunate. The only way we're gonna make up for this right now is to go for this room now. Okay. Well, not doing that now. This is quickly spiraling, but we can't stop it because we have a good start. And it ultimately comes down to the mutates. Okay. Need to eat here again. Again, just to survive. I think that's too much that we lost. I'm not sure we can recover from that. Just didn't get the health in time. The zombies are very problematic. Especially if you don't have any kind of splash yet. This is not going to be viable. I've lost too much. I always push the envelope as far as I think it'll go, and then some over it. But if I don't do that, then I won't make number one. It doesn't really matter. The only thing that really matters is the end result. It takes about 400 or 500 runs to get a number one run. Assuming you're doing everything correctly. And maximizing your efficiency. I can't eat yet. Don't have a paddle. So yeah, I'm gonna grab that now. I am gonna have to grab metabolism and eat. Okay. This should get me to full now with metabolism. going down. Alright, we need to win this. And we got perfect 30. So this is looking to be a pretty solid run. I want a shooter. Okay. They do have splash. If I do have zombies, I'll get another one. If not, then I won't. Okay, so it's not zombies, it's cultists. So I don't need another dude here anymore. I do need to get this up as soon as possible. And One Armed Bandit is arguably the best event in the game. Not arguably, it is the best in the game. Without a doubt. Alright, we need a mage mutate. I mean, we could have gone shooter stuff. We still can. I mean, we could turn this into a shooter build. The event will take this guy here. Now. Or it might be a random between these two, but it can take this guy. So we can still get value out of that guy that we took. And I think we're going to save this one for the last. And 1, 2, or 1, 2. I think we go here. And I'm going to go ahead and just do the event now and try and burn the mage. Since we decided we're going to do a little shooter run here. Yep, and we got the mage done. Good. So now we really haven't lost any efficiency. Go ahead and eat. It's okay to burn some food when you don't have any units. It's not like we have 10 or 15 units, so we're burning food. We have 3. Now we have 2. And now we don't have any wasted units. We haven't gone up in the sale yet, so we haven't really gone into the mage tree at all. I'm going to get that there and that, and yeah, we haven't done anything that would lock us into mages yet. So let's go get this one over here. And I don't think we're going to eat yet unless there is another room. I think this might be a teleport room here. Or this might be a dead end. I don't think we eat yet. Okay. Oh wow, there's a lot of extra stuff here. I'm not used to seeing this much extra stuff. There's probably a room here. Here's a cultist. Okay, dead end. It's another cultist. Okay, so we'll eat here. This was a big level 2. Okay, so we're going to eat here. I'm also going to get the rank 2 bullets now. Okay. So now we're looking for guns. I need guns. Lots of guns. Preferably guns on sale. And preferably a paddle. But mostly just guns. Oh, there's a paddle. Okay. Paddle, more important than the guns. But we still have lots of guns, so we're okay. And we already got our 40 tokens. He's having fun running. See? He's having fun now. We did our jobs. Okay, I'm gonna eat. I can't eat now, can I? I'm just gonna put them all in play. I know I don't have any actual attack speed upgrade, but it doesn't really matter so much. And we're fighting the dog. So I want to get a lot of units in play. Alright, let's do it. And they have that attack upgrade, so they're doing decent damage. Okay. Now they basically all just doubled in value. Okay, spread out, and throwers. Bonus health. Get a little bit gamble here. I think about shooters is they do poorly against the Octoboss. However, on the flip side of that, if I get this paddle here, that's going to cost me 1 or 2 shooters. They don't do anything in the PvP portion. I'm going to skip it. I would rather get more shooters. They will do things. It might be a little rougher in this early stage. But if we don't, then we're going to end up with a shitty build. Okay, I don't need food yet. This is going to hurt a little bit. At least I have the bouncing bullets already. And we will eat here. Okay, we need perforating shot. Did not get perforating shot, and this is very problematic. This build is dead now. It looks like it's alive, but it is now dead. For the shooters post nerf, they have to get everything. And the splash is okay, but this is no super punch. The super punch makes a big difference. This one's dead. Wow, there's a game going. I am going to go in to work for a little bit, I think, after this run. It's hard to pass up a paddle. So, poker at night tends to be very good. And I think I can probably make it with the cane. It is difficult to walk and get ready and do other things right now. That's a good start. I do like the way the dice. They make critical strike do a lot of damage. And we are getting zombies on floor 1, which means that floor 2 and 3 will be much easier to deal with. Which I do like. Okay. And, I don't think I eat yet. I think I want to get metabolism and eat next on the necromancer. Yeah, we're hurt, and that's okay. I'm gonna grab nothing because I'm not gonna put anything in play. I don't have to. Okay, so grab metabolism, eat. This is a decent layout. We're gonna be able to attack both zombies before we get hit. Okay. And we're doing okay. Okay, 10% damage is super awesome. It's a great one. I'm not gonna get anything. Now, shooters have crit strike also, so it's still possible we turn this into shooter build if we want. Despot. There's Mage Fear. That's Shooter Crit Strike. We have weighted dice. That's a really, really good upgrade now. Uh, 30% on 20% is about 7.2%. So it's not that much, but this is also super punch. I don't want to do in the shooter build. Let's dig for mage. All right, we fail. It's okay. All right, folks. Thanks for joining me. I've had a good time. I'm Bunsen, and I hope you learned a lot about Despot's game, and hope you guys get higher up on the ladder. And I want to see you guys up here too.